السلام عليكم. أهلا وسهلا بكم طلبتي الأعزاء، طلبة المرحلة الرابعة في هذه المحاضرة الجديدة من محاضرات النحو المقارن. In this lecture, we are going to start discussing a new chapter in our textbook. This chapter is called the complex noun phrase, and we are going to study part 1 of this chapter in this lecture. Now, first of all, we want to give some simple definition of a noun phrase in general before we go into the details of the complex noun phrase. So, a noun phrase is, or a phrase in general, is a group of words. In this case means more than one word. Usually a phrase is made up of more than one word. Noun phrase is a phrase or a group of words which has a noun as a head word. So we give the name noun phrase for the phrase or the group of words in which the noun will be the head word. يعني تكون بالكلمة الأساسية هي اسم، لذلك نطلق عليه عبارة اسمية or a noun phrase. For example, 2 books. This is a noun phrase made up of 2 words. You have books. This is the head word, which is a noun. Much money. Again, this is a noun phrase, and the head word is the noun money. The beautiful woman who teaches English. Here, the beautiful woman is the noun phrase, and the head word is the noun woman. The man standing there. The man, this is the noun phrase, and the head word is the noun man. The students in the class, also the students, this is a noun phrase which is made up of 2 words, and the head word is the noun students. So this is what we mean by a noun phrase in general. Now, how many types of noun phrases are there? نريد نتعرف على أنواع العبارات الاسمية. كم نوع لدينا؟ Of course, here we are talking about English, and then we will move to discuss noun phrases in Arabic. So, to answer this question, we can say that there are 2 types of noun phrases. هنالك نوعان من أنواع العبارات الاسمية في اللغة الإنجليزية. Either we have the basic noun phrase, العبارة الاسمية الأساسية أو البسيطة, and we have the complex noun phrase, العبارة الاسمية المعقدة، وهذا هو راح يكون موضوع محاضراتنا القادمة ابتداء من محاضرة اليوم. Now, we want to know the difference between these 2 types of phrases. English noun phrases can be classified into the basic noun phrases and complex noun phrases. إذا تنقسم إلى نوعين، أما أن يكون basic or أن يكون complex noun phrase. The basic noun phrase consists of pre-modifier and head noun. إذن البيسك noun phrase يتكون من جزئين. الجزء الأساسي هو الهيد noun، وما يأتي قبل هذا الهيد noun كي يصف الهيد noun اللي نسميه pre-modifier. Pre is a prefix معناها قبل، معناها before. إذن أي شيء أو أي كلمات نستخدمها لوصف ذلك الاسم نطلق عليها اسم pre-modifiers. Regarding the complex noun phrase, it consists of pre-modifier, head noun, and post-modifier. فيما يخص العبارة الاسمية المعقدة فإنها تتكون من 3 أجزاء. الجزء الأساسي هو الهيد ناون، هو الاسم الذي نريد وصفه. هذا الاسم يأتي قبله وصف معين نطلق عليه pre-modification، وأيضا يأتي وصف معين خلفه أو بعده، هذا نسميه post-modification. post معناها after، يعني بعد الاسم، أوصاف معينة تأتي بعد الاسم نطلق عليها post-modification. The basic noun phrase, usually in English, a noun phrase might be just one word. يعني أحيانا العبارة الاسمية في اللغة الإنجليزية تتكون من كلمة واحدة فقط، اللي هي قد تكون على شكل اسم أو على شكل ضمير. For example, if you say people like to have money. People is a noun phrase which is made up of one single noun. And if you say I am tired, I, which is a pronoun, can also be regarded as a noun phrase. So it's possible for noun phrases to be consisting of just one single word. But noun phrases can also include أيضا، لكن نجد أنه عادة العبارات الاسمية تحتوي على أجزاء أخرى. ما هي هذه الأجزاء الأخرى؟ Maybe we have a determiner. For example, she bought many dresses, which is a determiner. Or quantifiers. I have lived in a lot of houses. A lot of is a quantifier. numbers. أحيانا يوجد رقم معين نستخدمه كوصف للاسم الذي يأتي بعده. For example, my brother owns 2 hotels. Or an adjective. أحد الصفات. I love old buildings. إذن old is an adjective which is used to modify the noun buildings. Demonstratives اللي هي أسماء الإشارة. For example, these cars are very expensive. نلاحظ أنه the head noun is the word cars and it has been pre-modified by using the demonstrative these. These parts of the noun phrase are called pre-modifiers اللي هي determiners or quantifiers or numbers or adjectives or even demonstratives نسميها pre-modifiers. والسبب because they go before the noun لأنها تأتي قبل الاسم، لذلك نطلق عليها اسم pre-modifiers. Now, regarding the structure of the complex noun phrase, we can say that it is made up of 3 parts. First, we have pre-modification plus the head noun plus the post-modification. For example, all the 11 pupils playing football. Here, the head noun is the word pupils. This head noun or this word pupils has been pre-modified by using 3 pre-modifiers. عندنا all plus the plus 11. هاي كلها نعتبرها pre-modification لأنها جاءت قبل الاسم. ونفس الاسم اللي هو كلمة pupils جاء بعده وصف معين اللي هو playing football. إذن صار عندي the 2 types of modification here. I have pre-modification and I have post-modification for the same head noun. In this case, I will call this type of noun phrase a complex noun phrase. Also here you can see the structure of a complex noun phrase. First we have pre-modification like the word 3 or the Italian or the article a. And we have head nouns, for example, men, expression or pen. And we have also post-modifiers, for example, in a boat, for coffee, on the table. So in this case, we have a head noun and we have pre-modifiers and we have also post-modifiers. So in this case, we have complex noun phrases. Now, here we have a question to be asked. Why is the head syntactically and semantically the most important element? لماذا يعد الاسم هو المحور الرئيسي أو العنصر الأكثر أهمية في العبارة الاسمية من الناحية القواعدية ومن الناحية الدلالية؟ لنرى الإجابة عن هذا السؤال. The reason why the head is the most important element semantically and syntactically, in fact, there are 3 reasons for this matter. Number 1, the head of a phrase is the word that determines the syntactic category of that phrase. إذن الكلمة الرئيسية اللي تتكون منها العبارة الاسمية هي الكلمة اللي راح تحدد الفئة النحوية لتلك العبارة. يعني إذا كانت الhead noun is الhead word is a noun راح يكون عندي noun phrase. إذا كان الhead any other element, for example an adjective or a preposition، ما راح أسميها noun phrase، راح أطلق عليها اسم أو تسميات أخرى، كان أسميها adjective phrase or adverb phrase or maybe prepositional phrase. For example, the head of the noun phrase big black dog is the noun dog. في هذه العبارة الاسمية اللي هي basic big black dog, the head word is the noun dog, and this word determines that the phrase is a noun phrase. ما دام هي الhead word is a noun، إذن راح يحدد لي إنه نوع العبارة هنا هي عبارة اسمية not any other type of phrases، وليست مثلا أي نوع آخر من أنواع العبارات كأن تكون adjective phrase, adverb phrase or even a prepositional phrase. Number two, the other elements of the phrase اللي هي in this example we have the adjectives big and black modify the head dog، نستخدمها لوصف الكلمة الرئيسية اللي هي الاسم dog and therefore are the heads dependent. إذا راح تكون هذه الصفات مثلا كلمتي big وبلاك في هذا المثال عبارة عن كلمات تابعة للكلمة الأساسية اللي هي الاسم dog، فإذا راح تكون كلمات تابعة بينما تبقى الكلمة الأساسية اللي هي كلمة dog أو الاسم هي الكلمة الرئيسية أو المحورية في العبارة الاسمية. أما السبب الثالث فهو يتعلق بسبب أهمية الاسم في العبارة الاسمية من الناحية الدلالية. Semantically, it is important because it determines the basic meaning of the noun phrase. إذن يكون الhead noun semantically من الناحية الدلالية مهم جدا لأنه يحدد المعنى الأساسي للعبارة الاسمية ككل. يعني مثلا في هذا المثال big black dog، إذا غيرنا كلمة dog باستخدام cat for example راح يتغير معنى الفريز ككل، لذلك تعتبر هي الكلمة الأساسية اللي هو الاسم الهيد ناون راح يكون هو المحور أو العنصر الأكثر أهمية في الحالتين، في الحالة أو من الناحية القواعدية وكذلك من الناحية الدلالية أيضا. Now, regarding the complex noun phrase, we said that it is made up of three parts. You have the head noun and you have pre-modification and you have post-modification. In this lecture, we are going to study all about post-modification, and in our next lecture, inshallah, we will discuss pre-modification. So first of all, we need to know what do we mean by this term, what a post-modifier means. A post-modifier, or we can say that a noun can be modified by a following phrase or clause, and the phrase or clause is called post-modifier. إذن ممكن أن نعطي وصفا معينا لاسم ما من خلال عبارة اسمية تتبع الاسم أو من خلال عبارة فعلية تتبع ذلك الاسم. فإذا هذه العبارة الاسمية أو الفعلية التي تأتي بعد الاسم وتستخدم من أجل إعطاء وصف معين لذلك الاسم أسميها post-modifiers. Post-modification can also be defined in some other way. It is comprising all the items placed after the head. إذن أي عناصر تأتي بعد الاسم وتعطي وصفا معينا لذلك الاسم أطلق عليها اسم post-modifiers. For example, the girl speaking English fluently. Here the head noun is the word girl. Okay. بعد هذه الكلمة اللي هي الهيد ناون كلمة girl هنالك وصف معين اللي هو speaking English fluently. Speaking English fluently here this is called post-modification باعتبار إنه هو يوصف الهيد ناون وإجا بعد الهيد ناون مباشرة. Also on the other example, the man who is standing outside is my neighbor. Here you can find that the head noun is the word man. This head noun has been post-modified by using the relative clause who is standing outside. Then also here we have a complex noun phrase in which we have the post modification, and we have a head noun, and we have also predeterminer اللي هو the article there. Now let us discuss the main types of post-modification in English. In fact, there are three main types of post-modification in English. These three types can be realized by either using a finite clause, or using a non-finite clause, or using a prepositional phrase. هذه هي الأنواع الثلاثة الرئيسية التي ممكن أن نستخدمها من أجل أن نكون عبارة اسمية معقدة. أما أنه نستخدم a finite clause يعني عبارة فعلية يكون فعلها تام، أو أن نستخدم non-finite clause عبارة فعلية فعلها غير تام، أو أن نستخدم a prepositional phrase أي نستخدم شبه الجملة المكونة من الجار والمجرور. هذه هي الأنواع الرئيسية للpost modification. كذلك هنالك أنواع ثانوية. The minor types of post modification in English are realized by either using certain adverbs or by using certain adjectives. أي هنالك صفات معينة أو ظروف معينة ممكن أيضا أن تستخدم ك post modifiers، سنتعرف عليها بعد قليل إن شاء الله. Now we will start with the main types of post modification. نبدأ باستعراض الأنواع الرئيسية للpost modification، ثم نستعرض الأنواع الثانوية. النوع الأول من أنواع post modification الرئيسية أطلقنا عليه اسم finite clause، وقلنا finite clause يعني عبارة فعلية يكون فعلها تام. ماذا نعني بالفعل التام؟ الفعل التام هو الفعل اللي يتغير بحسب الفاعل الموجود بالجملة، ويتغير بحسب الزمن الذي يستخدم في الجملة، لذلك نسميه فعل تام. الfinite clauses are classified into two types. Either we have relative clauses or we have appositive clauses. These two types of clauses are used as post modifiers. Now, let's start with the relative clauses. In fact, we have already discussed relative clauses in the first term of this academic year. تعرفنا على relative clauses بشكل مفصل جدا على نوعي relative clauses اللي هي restrictive and non-restrictive، وعلى كل relative pronouns اللي ممكن أن تستخدم كي تحدد نوع العلاقة الموجودة في تلك الجملة. So, to have some refreshment of this topic اللي هو relative clauses, we remember that we have classified relative clauses into two types. Either we have what is called restrictive or defining relative clauses, or we have what is called non-restrictive or non-defining relative clauses. Here you can see the difference between these two types. We have restrictive versus non-restrictive clauses. Usually, restrictive clauses are used to answer the question, which one? But non-restrictive clauses don't answer which one. The second difference is that restrictive clauses give necessary information، تنطينا معلومات أساسية، معلومات رئيسية في الجملة. While non-restrictive clauses they give extra information، مجرد تعطيني معلومات إضافية، وهذه المعلومات الإضافية ليست أساسية ويمكن حذفها من الجملة بدون أن نتغير من معنى الجملة. Regarding restrictive clauses change the meaning of the sentence، ممكن أن تغير معنى الجملة، أما non-restrictive clauses they don't change the meaning of the sentence. As you can see here, there are examples of the two kinds of relative clauses. People who don't exercise get fat. Here you have the head noun is the word people, and it has been post-modified by using a restrictive relative clause, who don't exercise. In the second example, the money that you have is mine. The head noun is the word money, and it has been post-modified again by using a restrictive relative pronoun, a relative clause, that you have. The third example, the town that I live in is Emporia. Town is the head noun, and it has been post-modified by using the restrictive relative clause that I live in. Regarding the other three examples, yes, here we have non-restrictive clauses. Anne, who swims well, is my sister. As you can see here, we have non-restrictive clause, who swims well, and this non-restrictive clause is put between two commas. لازم ضروري جدا إذا كان عندي non-restrictive clause أن أستخدم الفوارز. إذا Anne is the head noun, and it has been post-modified by using the non-restrictive relative clause, who swims well. My apartment, which is close, is not very expensive. Again, apartment راح يكون هو الhead noun, and it has been post-modified by using the non-restrictive clause, which is close. My dad, who is very tall, is thin. Dad is the head noun, and it has been post-modified by using the non-restrictive relative clause, who is very tall. So in this case, both types of relative clauses, I mean restrictive and non-restrictive, can be used as post-modifiers. The other type of finite clause is called appositive clauses. Apposition is less frequent than relative clauses. إذن تكون الappositive clauses أقل شيوعاً وأقل استخداماً من relative clauses. Like relative clause, an appositive clause can be restrictive or non-restrictive. أيضاً كما هو الحال في relative clauses in which we have restrictive and non-restrictive، كذلك الحال بالنسبة للappositive clauses. We have the two types. We have restrictive appositive clause, and we can also have non-restrictive appositive clause. Appositives are introduced by that or infrequently by zero. عادة الappositive clause نستخدم بيها that، يعني لا نستخدم أي pronoun آخر، فقط نستخدم that. وأحيانا ونادرا جدا إنه نجد appositive clause بدون أن نجد فيه that، يعني we call it zero appositive clause. لاحظوا في المثالين أمامنا، المثال الأول هو restrictive appositive clause. The old saying that a friend in need is a friend indeed appeals to selfish elements in humanity. الappositive clause هو اللي تلاحظون مكتوب في اللون الأحمر which is underlined. هذا هو الappositive clause، نوعه restrictive باعتبار أنه لا توجد فوارز. أما المثال الآخر اللي هو the irrelevant fact that the door was closed doesn't prove anything. Here we have a non-restrictive appositive clause، والدليل على ذلك هو وجود الفوارز. Now, how can we make a distinction between relative clauses and appositive clauses؟ لأن احنا نعرف أيضا إنه that is one of the relative pronouns. فكي نقطع الشك باليقين ونتعرف على أهم الاختلافات ما بين relative clauses والappositive clauses. الاختلاف الأول that is used in restrictive and non-restrictive appositive clauses, while in relative clause is used only in restrictive clauses. إذن that نستخدمها بالappositive clauses بنوعيه، يعني إذا كان لدينا restrictive or non-restrictive appositive clause فنجد إنه الذات موجودة في النوعين. أما إذا كان لدينا relative clause فنستخدم الذات فقط when we have a restrictive relative clause. فهذا هو الاختلاف الأول. الاختلاف الثاني، the antecedent is a factive abstract noun. في الappositive clauses يكون دائما الhead word أو الnoun أو الاسم اللي دا نوصفه عادة هو عبارة عن اسم مجرد غير ملموس، ويشير إلى حقيقة معينة. مثلا نستخدم كلمة fact, suggestion, idea. نستخدم كلمات من هذا النوع اللي هي تكون كلمات أو أسماء مجردة غير ملموسة. For example, the fact that he wrote several books on grammar doesn't prove that he is a remarkable grammarian. This is an example of a restrictive appositive clause لأنه تلاحظون ما استخدمنا بالفوارز. أما المثال الثاني, your brilliant suggestion that we split ourselves into two groups has very few advantages. Here, as you can see, we have a non-restrictive appositive clause والدليل على ذلك هو وجود الفوارز. Now, to make the distinction clearer between appositive clauses and relative clauses, let's see the information presented here. Appositive clauses look like that relative clauses, but they are not relative clauses. إذن الappositive clauses تشبه إلى حد ما relative clauses التي تبدأ بالضمير that لكنها ليست relative clauses. حتى نعرف الفرق خلي نشوف الأمثلة اللي موجودة أمامنا. The first two examples are appositive clauses. The news that John left his wife came as a shock to us all. The rumor that Mary is pregnant annoyed her very much. In these two examples, we have appositive restrictive clauses. We don't have relative clauses. But the other two examples, 3 and 4, are ordinary relative clauses. The news that John told his wife gave her a shock. The rumor that Mary spread in the class was terrible. Now, in 1 and 2, we cannot replace that with which because they are not relative clauses. إذن حتى أقطع الشك باليقين وأكون على ثقة بأنه المثال أمامي هو appositive or relative clause, إذا عندي الكلمة that وقدرت أستبدلها بwhich إذا معناها عندي relative clause. أما إذا ما أقدر أستبدلها بwhich فقط أقدر أستخدم that إذا I have an appositive clause. فلاحظوا بالمثالين الأول والثاني I cannot say the news which John left his wife, the rumor which Mary is pregnant. رح تكون جملتين خاطئتين. إذن هذا دليل على أنه ما أقدر أستبدل that وأستخدم which. إذن I have appositive clauses. أما في المثالين الثالث والرابع that ممكن أنه أستبدلها وأستخدم which. I can say the news which John told his wife or the rumor which Mary spread in the class. وراح تكون جملتين صحيحتين تماما. إذن معناها في هذه الحالة ما دام أقدر أستبدل that وأستخدم which بدلا عنها معناها I have relative clauses. هذا هو الاختلاف الأول. The presence of that is obligatory in 1 and 2 but not in 3 and 4. من يكون عندي appositive clause الذات ضرورية ومهمة وما أقدر أستغني عنها بالجملة. أوكي؟ ما أقدر أحذفها. لكن من يكون عندي الذات مستخدم في relative clause ممكن بكل بساطة إنه أحذفه من الجملة ويتكون عندي اللي أسميه reduced relative clause. ممكن إنه أقول the news John told his wife. وممكن أقول the rumor Mary spread in the class. إذن هذا هو طريق أو هي الطريقة الثانية اللي من خلالها أقدر أميز إذا كان لدي a positive clause or a relative clause. Here in these examples also you can find the difference between positive clauses and relative clauses. In number 1, the idea that I shared with my students comes from many years of teaching experience. Here we can say the idea which I shared, or again I can say the idea I shared. معناها I have a relative clause. Number two, the idea that we must work together as a team guides our department's work. Here, I cannot replace that with which. I cannot say the idea which we must work together. راح تكون الجملة خاطئة. وأيضا ما أقدر أحذف that وأقول the idea we must work together. إذن I don't have a relative clause here. I have an appositive clause. And number three, the belief that students can become independent learners is common among teachers. Here again we have an appositive clause because I cannot use which and I cannot omit that. Number four is the same. Our knowledge that students can become independent learners drives our work. Here again I have an appositive clause. Why? Because I cannot use which here and I cannot omit that. In number five, my feeling that students can become independent learners is shared by many other teachers. Here again we have an appositive clause. And the same reason, because we cannot replace which instead of that, and we cannot also omit that. Now, the other type in the main types of post-modification is called a non-finite clause. Post-modification by a non-finite clause may be realized by means of the following. Either we use the ing clauses, like the student reading a newspaper is John. Here, student is the head noun, and it has been post-modified by using a non-finite clause in the form of ing clause. Or we can use the past participle clauses. The house painted yellow is mine. House is the head noun and it has been post-modified by using the past participle clause painted. Or we can use the infinitive clause اللي هو المصدر يعني to زائدا الانفinitive. For example, the time to go out for a walk is after 8 o'clock. Time is the head noun and it has been post-modified by using the infinitive clause to go. These non-finite post-modifiers may be regarded reduced relative clauses. ممكن إنه نعتبر هذه الأمثلة أو هذا النوع اللي هي non-finite clauses هي عبارة عن relative clauses وحذفنا بيها ال relative pronoun والفعل المساعد. يعني بدل أن نقول the student reading a newspaper ممكن أن يكون الجملة الأصلية هي the student who is reading or who was reading. The house painted ممكن أن يكون أصل الجملة هو the house which was painted. فممكن أن نعتبرها reduced relative clauses. Now, post-modification by using non-finite clauses is possible in English with all three of the non-finite clause types اللي هي infinitive, ing or ed. The next flight to arrive was from London. Here we have post-modification by using the to infinitive. The beautiful girl speaking English fluently. Here we have post-modification by using the ing clause. The vase broken during the row. Here we have post-modification by using the past participle or the ed clause. Here are some other examples of post-modification by using the non-finite clauses in the three types. The candidate selected. Here we have the past participle. She is carrying a box containing toys. Here we have the ing clause. The proposal examined. Again we have past participle. The man standing. We have ing clause. The child playing. Again we have ing clause. The house built. Here we have past participle. The letter written. Again we have past participle. The next bus to arrive. A good restaurant to visit. The instructions to follow. Here we have in these three examples using the non-finite form by using the two infinitive clauses. نلاحظ أنه في كل هذه الأمثلة لدينا اسم معين وبعد هذا الاسم يأتي وصف. هذا الوصف يأتي أما بصيغة ال ed participle أو ال past participle أو بصيغة ال ing clause أو بصيغة ال two infinitive clauses. Regarding the third main type of post-modification, it is called prepositional phrase. Prepositional phrases are commonly used as post modifiers. ممكن أن تستخدم أشباه الجملة المتكونة من حرف الجر والاسم المجرور الذي يأتي بعده لتعطي وصف معين لاسم جاء قبلها. For example, the man in the garden is Ali. In the garden هو هذا the prepositional phrase which is used to post modify the noun man. The boy in the blue shirt. Again, in the blue shirt, this is a prepositional phrase which is used to post modify the noun boy. The car in front of the house is a prepositional phrase which is used to post modify the word car. The house on the corner, again on the corner, is post modification in the form of a prepositional phrase. The road to Baghdad, here again we have a prepositional phrase which is used to post modify the noun road. Also we have what is called of construction, is another type of prepositional phrases which are used in post modification. One of the commonest prepositional phrases used as post modifier is the of construction. إذا يستخدم بكثرة وعلى نطاق واسع as a post modifier. For example, the door of the garden. Of the garden is post modifying the head noun door. The edge of the table. Again, of the table is a prepositional phrase which is used to post modify the noun edge. The shooting of the elephant. Again, of the elephant is the prepositional phrase which is used to post modify the noun shooting. The window of my room. Again, of my room is the prepositional phrase post modifying the noun window. The escaping of the prisoners. Again, of the prisoners is the prepositional phrase and it has been used to post modify the noun escaping. Now, after discussing the major types of post modification, we go back to the minor types of post modification in English. We have already said that the minor types include two different things. Either we have certain adverbs and we have certain adjectives. And that's why they have been put within the minor types, because we said certain adverbs. This means that not all adverbs and not all adjectives can be used as post modifiers. Only special kinds of adverbs or adjectives can be used as post modifiers, and for this reason they have been called minor types. So adverbs are sometimes used as post modifiers, not always, but sometimes. For example, the journey back. Here back is an adverb post modifying journey. The sentence below, again below is an adverb which is used to post modify the head noun sentence. The cliffs above, also above is an adverb post modifying cliffs. The neighbor upstairs, upstairs is an adverb which can be used to post modify a head noun which is the word neighbor. The meeting afterwards, afterwards is also an adverb which is used after a noun اللي هو the word meeting. The day before, again before is an adverb which is used to post modify the word day. His trip overnight, overnight again is an adverb which has been used to post modify the noun trip. So in all these cases we have used certain adverbs as post modifiers. Also, certain adjectives are used in post modifying position. Although English adjectives normally pre-modify the head. نحن نعرف بأنه باللغة الإنجليزية عادة الصفات تأتي قبل الاسم كي تصف ذلك الاسم، لكن هنالك صفات معينة هي التي تأتي بعد الاسم وتعطي وصفا معينا لذلك الاسم، وهذه هي الصفات التي تهمنا هنا لأننا نتكلم عن البوست موديفيكيشن. إذا هنالك صفات خاصة ممكن أن تأتي بعد الاسم وتصف ذلك الاسم. For example, he worked as an attorney general. احنا نعرف انه هذا المصطلح هو مصطلح بالحقيقة مأخوذ من اللغة الفرنسية وأخذ كما هو ولم يطرأ عليه أي تغيير. attorney is a noun وgeneral هي صفة. احنا نعرف باللغة الإنجليزية عادة انه نأتي بالصفة ثم يتبعها الاسم، لكن هنا بما أنه هي أخذت أصلا من لغة أخرى وبقيت على نفس هيئتها، إذن أصبحت جزء من اللغة الإنجليزية كما هي، ونلاحظ أنه هنا الصفة جاءت بعد الاسم. إذن نعتبر هنا كلمة general هي صفة طبعا، وجاءت كي تعطي وصف لاسم جاء قبلها. So the word general here is an adjective which is used to post-modify the noun attorney. Also, the president-elect. Also, president is a noun and elect is an adjective. So here, the adjective elect has been used to post-modify the noun president. I need somebody stronger to help me. Also, stronger here is post-modifying the indefinite pronoun. Somebody هو indefinite pronoun هو ضمير غير محدد. Okay? وبعد جاءت صفة. إذن هذه الصفة تصف ذلك الضمير. I am looking for someone brighter. Also we have here the adjective brighter is used as a post modifier. She is trying to find something cheaper. Again, cheaper is an adjective which has been used as a post modifier. He wanted to travel to somewhere quieter. Quieter is an adjective, also has been used as a post modifier. She was waiting to meet the persons concerned. Here we have persons is a noun and concerned is an adjective. So this adjective is used as a post modifier because it comes after the noun to describe or modify this noun. Also we have some other characteristic in post-modification which is called multiple post-modification. By this we mean that a noun may have multiple post-modification. This means that we have the two both kinds of major and minor post-modification. يعني في نفس الجملة أو في نفس العبارة الاسمية نجد ليس نوعا واحدا فقط من أنواع الوصف التي تأتي بعد الاسم، بل إنه نجد الاسم يوصف بأكثر من طريقة. This is called multiple post-modification. For example, here are the books of the writers that you like. The head noun here is the word books. Okay, this word has been post-modified by using the prepositional phrase of the writers, and it has also been post-modified by using a relative clause اللي هو that you like. إذن بهذه الحالة عندي complex noun phrase اللي it has multiple post-modification، يعني عندي prepositional phrase وعندي أيضا at the same time I have a relative clause. في المثال الثاني, this is an 8-year-old boy with a gun who tried to rob a sweet shop. Here the head noun is the word boy. This head noun has been post-modified by using also a prepositional phrase with a gun. وأيضا عندي نوع آخر من البوست modification اللي هو who tried to rob a sweet shop اللي هو relative pronoun. وأيضا عندي نوع ثالث من البوست modification because I have to rob اللي هو non-finite clause by using an infinitive clause اللي هو to rob. إذا صار عندي هنا 3 أنواع من البوست modification في نفس الجملة. This is called multiple post modification. في المثال الثالث, that girl over there in a green dress drinking coke or a coke is my cousin. The head noun is the word girl. This head noun girl has been post modified first by using the adverb over there. This is an adverb. It is a post modifier. Then we have a prepositional phrase in a green dress also a post modifier. Then we have a non-finite clause in the form of the ing clause, drinking a Coke. So here we have three different types of post modification. Then we have multiple post modification. In the other example, the girl in the corner reading a book is Polish. Again, the head noun here is the word girl. This word has been post-modified by using the prepositional phrase in the corner and by using the non-finite clause, ing clause, reading a book. So here we have two types of post-modification. Then we have multiple post-modification. Regarding the final example, the soldiers wounded in the battle and whose names are stated in the paper will receive medals. The head noun here is the word soldiers. This word has been post-modified by using the past participle non-finite clause wounded, and then we have a prepositional phrase in the battle. And then we have a relative clause whose names are stated in the paper. So again here we have three different types of post-modification. This means that we have what is called multiple post-modification because we have more than one type of post-modification in the same sentence. This is the end of part 1 regarding the complex noun phrase. Hope you like it. Hope you find all the information here both interesting and useful. I would like to thank you all for your attention and for your attendance and for your good remarks and important questions. And of course, if you have any other questions regarding the lecture presented today, I will be ready to answer all your questions. Thank you again. Have a nice day, all of you.